When Boosted featured a 30-inch shortboard as the primary focus of its 3rd generation update, it made a clear statement. Shortboards are more than a fad. In fact, they may come to dethrone longboards as the primary deck form for electric skateboards, due to their improved portability and maneuverability. So for this video, we embarked on an urban adventure with our Boosted V2 Dual Plus longboard and our DIYEboards shortboard, to decide whether shortboards represent a natural evolution of mainstream e-skate design, or more of a niche, last-mile product. Our journey begins on the campus of our local university, where we ride along sidewalks, small streets, and footpaths. Predictably, the nimble shortboard zips around tight corners, and its kicktail allows it to effortlessly hop down curbs, which is both fun and practical. However, many of the walking paths and streets around campus are surfaced with stones and ribbed pavement, and this is where we discover a flaw in the short deck style that may answer this video's question right out of the gate. Without a flexible deck, and with the rider's feet necessarily positioned closer to the trucks, a shortboard lacks the capacity to dampen road vibration as effectively as a well-designed longboard. And to be clear, the shortboard we're using is belt-driven with soft 78 Duro wheels and high-quality shock pads, so it doesn't currently get much better than this. Before continuing on our journey, we briefly stopped to get coffee and charge the dying Boosted board. As predicted, the shortboard proves easier to carry from place to place, but perhaps counterintuitively, the longboard is easier to balance on its tail, making it more comfortable for us to hold while standing in line for our coffee. The shortboard also disappoints with its weight. Because the deck comprises only a fraction of an electric skateboard's weight, shrinking it down does little to shed pounds. For a quick coffee break, the shortboard isn't really a game changer, but then again, when storage space becomes an issue, it is undoubtedly easier to stow. Having refueled, we set off towards a local trail to compare a different style of riding. On the way out of campus, the Boosted absolutely owns the pavement, providing an effortlessly fast and enjoyable ride. The shortboard has little difficulty keeping pace, but it requires considerably more rider effort. These boards can perform remarkably well for those with the skill and courage to push them hard, but they'll always keep the rider on his or her toes. Further along, we discover a significant functional advantage for the shortboard. Because the rider can kick the board's nose into the air, large faults in the road or sidewalk are no longer impassable obstacles.
That's a hazard right there, look at that.
At the trail itself, a frustrating quirk of the Boosted's torque characteristics result in a somewhat unexpected outcome. Though the Boosted pushes very hard up to about 17 miles per hour, giving it the fastest 5 to 15 mile per hour time we've yet recorded, torque rapidly falls off at higher speeds. On a smooth trail like this one, on which we comfortably cruise at around 17 miles per hour, the Boosted feels extremely lifeless. As an aside, we have Boosted's faster, new, top-of-the-line stealth board on order, and we hope to see improvements in this area. People often assume that shortboards are inherently unstable at high speeds due to their shorter wheelbases, but at the speeds most consumer boards top out at, they're actually perfectly capable. Because our shortboard continues to push all the way up to 27 miles per hour, we actually enjoyed it somewhat more than the Boosted on this trail. Once again, this demonstrates that shortboards primarily struggle to provide confidence on rough surfaces, and in hectic urban environments. In this gentle, predictable environment, the challenges of the short deck are both manageable and surprisingly enjoyable to overcome. Somewhat amusingly, things only got worse for the Boosted, after we carelessly exceeded its maximum range. Fortunately, our shortboard's stupidly large battery provided enough juice to tow the Boosted to the nearest bus stop. So, what have we concluded? Shortboards are fun and surprisingly capable. We think they definitely have the potential to change the e-skate landscape, and may be the obvious choice for many riders. However, there are some clear drawbacks. If your commute consists primarily of bike lanes and streets, get a longboard with a decently flexible deck. The improved confidence and ride comfort offered by a flexible deck cannot be understated, and the wider stance permitted by a longboard significantly improves the margin for user error. Everyone has off days, and if you ride on a regular basis, you're going to want a board that tolerates them without seriously injuring you. So clearly, longboards still have their place, but we do predict that shortboards will continue to grow in popularity.